Hey, how y'all doing today? I just wanted to say something today, especially for Johnny Yarborough, Texas Granny, and Barbara Buffalo, who I don't even know very well. First of all, I want to address Johnny. Very sorry about your son. I don't think anyone should be making any judgment on you regarding your son, or how you're handling the death of your son, or whether anyone has any GoFundMes for your son. It's really not anyone's business. And I hope you take the time to grieve for yourself. You know, there are a lot of people, and I'm not including me, but there are a lot of people that for one reason or another don't see each other for long periods of time, and they're lucky enough to connect and be together before it's too late. And you know, you only got a short time with your son. I understand that, but you're not the only one that has had relationships that haven't been close all the time with your children, and no parent should ever lose their child. But I really want you to think about something. Whether you think so or not, you had a group of people that really were upset last time you had issues with Jim. And Jim said horrible things about you. And Jim called your family. And you think now, where everyone's just a hater. Well, I know for a fact that people really cared about what you were going through. Then I need to tell you, you know, I don't blame people for being upset with you, because not only did you decide it was okay and to be smooth talked into going back with Jim, you also allowed him to say horrible things about people. But they're all haters, right? I don't think so. I think now you maybe need to reflect on what you've done as well. Now let me say just a couple things here, okay? All I hear about is the haters caused all the problems and they deserved everything they get. So let me ask you a question for you three. Do you deserve what's happening to you now? What did you do first? Did you do anything? Well, guess what? Neither did anyone. Not one of those people deserved what happened to them. I also want you to really think about what you were supporting. I want you to think about, Johnny, how you would feel if, while your son was sick, a picture of the Grim Reaper was put behind him before he passed away. Just like Lacey's mother, when she was really sick. It was real funny then. Would that be funny for you? But let me ask you, how would you feel if somebody went in, said some nasty things on the obituary, and posted their Cash App? Would that be okay with you? Because that's what happened to Lacey as well. Oh yeah, and let's not forget Twin Mama. Twin Mama's mother passed away. And there was like some jokes about taking her with a backhoe and burying her. Yeah, that was really nice, wasn't it? Don't any of you try to tell me you haven't joined in and made comments, because I've seen them. I saw them about Bet. I saw them about Leanne. What did Leanne do? Oh my, she spoke up for herself. Isn't that horrible? So she deserved that, right? She deserved for her daughter and grandchild to be made fun of. And everyone was making a big deal about his socks. Give me a fucking break. You know, maybe, just maybe, if that woman hadn't interrupted Leanne's daughter, she would have had her baby in the house so fast that having socks on, and we all know children like to pull their socks off, right? Would have been in the house within probably 30 seconds, and I think he would have been just fine. And, oh, well, Watcher of Crazy called Marzy's children. Sorry, that's not the same as gaslighting somebody as to who you are, why you're calling, saying, oh yeah, this person's on my program and I just have some questions. Or did you know what they did to me? Have you had problems with them before? Are they okay? You know what Marzy was watcher was concerned about? She was concerned for Marzi, because Marzi had been trashed so many times, and she kept going back there after crying, feeling miserable, and going away. She wanted those kids to understand what their mother was doing, and that she could be putting herself in harm's way as far as either mentally, not physically, but I would say more mentally, in what she was projecting herself to. Johnny, do you think it's nice that girl Ryan was blamed for her child's death? She lost a child. How does it feel? How would you like to be blamed for your child's death? How do you think that would feel? And you know what? Not everyone's been perfect, but you know what they do? They learn, they understand what they did, and they say, I'm sorry. Have you guys said you're sorry to anybody that's gone through the same thing that you have? Or are you still going to blame them and say that they started it? Because they didn't. And then the fact that you love bomb people because the person that you are watching decides that you need to love bomb them, and as soon as that person walks away, all of a sudden they're a cunt, you hate them, and now you're going to turn around again and say, oh, I like them, or hello, Betty, all of a sudden I really always liked you, even though I sat and heard horrible things about you and how you were a dried up cunt and all these different things. But hello, how are you? I missed you. Come on now. It doesn't matter who helped you on your channel. When somebody else says, get rid of them, you're going to get rid of them, and you're going to call them horrible names, aren't you? And Texas Granny, what about your son-in-law and how you thought it was so horrible that anyone would dare make a comment when somebody is deceased? Well, thankfully, jokes weren't made about it on the internet because you thought you were special. Well, apparently, I guess you're not special, or your grandchildren's faces were shown. Do you think that only applies to you? I noticed you all enjoy hearing sexually degenerative speaking all the time and bringing up body parts of people that are associated. I guess whatever turns you on, right? Some people would call this a come to Jesus meeting. And I don't care if it's public information or not. What gives you the motivation to look into people's personal lives? People that you don't even seem to like. Why do you need to know about their personal life? Why do you need to dig for something, anything, and if you don't find it, make up lies about them? You actually have to go and spend your time to try to search and find all this information. I think I've said this before, but it's all kind of similar to an abusive relationship. The person gives you roses, tells you how beautiful you are, loves everything about you, and they're so funny. They're such a great guy. They're only teasing around when they call you a little pudgy. It's all in love. Then all of a sudden, you start to be pulled away from your family and your friends. And you better answer your phone when you're out. You better answer it, or they're going to call you over and over and over again. And they're going to demand that you be where they want you to be. All of a sudden, you're fat. You're ugly. Your mother is whatever your mother is. And you know what? Then they might start slapping you around. You kind of feel trapped, don't you? You know, when you leave a relationship like that, that is the most likely time that you will be hurt very badly. You know, there was actually a time when I had a profile. I was making little parodies under a character like other people might do. And I was pretty much warned and outed by somebody I cared about, and I don't know who that was. Regardless, I took my profile down and I started a new profile. And do you know what somebody did? They found a plate in a profile that was no longer there, so they must have been downloading my shit, and they compared it to a plate in my new profile to figure out who I was. How desperate is that, and how sick it is that somebody took the time to do that to me. And you know what they got out of it? They got out something that I had some good fortune in my life. They didn't get arrested. They didn't get any controversy, because there is none. Not only that, it had a 12-year-old picture of me. Do I look like that now? No. 63, motherfuckers. Let's see you when you're 63, okay? There's just a lot of people that need to take a look at themselves and take a look at how they are treating other people and what their behavior is and how they are letting other people influence them. And maybe they're a great person, and now all of a sudden they've become what they probably never wanted to be. And Johnny, I would appreciate it if you would go and find that live that referred to me, and please take it down. I could have definitely reported you. I didn't, because there wasn't anything awful on it. But I really don't want my business out there that nobody would have known unless somebody decided to dig into me somewhere. So you really should do the right thing. There are so many more examples and things that I have to say, but I think that I've ranted enough and told my feelings. So I hope you all have a great day. It's a nice day out. I'm going to hang outside. I hope you enjoy your weekend as well. Have a good day.